I was born on March 5th, 1997, which means just a few short days ago, your favorite Pisces turned 28 years old. 27 was a year of letting everything that needed to break be broken. It was a year of having so much love bubbling up inside me with absolutely nowhere to put it. It was a year of logging onto my therapy calls every Wednesday saying, so that definitely could have gone better, but ultimately I think it's probably better that it went this way, I guess. It was a year of witnessing what the hard times can feel like when you trust yourself more deeply than you ever have in your life. It was a hard year, but one that taught me how truly capable I am. I have a lot of takeaways. Here are 28 of them. 1. You'll never regret the time you spent loving someone. Not for a second. It's not embarrassing to love and lose. It's courageous. Tell them how you feel about them because you have to. Because your body will force it out of you. Because it's honest and it's authentic and it is you. Love because you have to. You must, you must, you must. 2. Restaurant roulette was a brilliant idea. Merging exploring your city with gathering your friends and mixing in an element of surprise. I simply can't think of anything better, and you should have thought of it just a couple years sooner, but now that it's here, let's just keep doing it, goddamn. 3. Being type A has its many, many pros, and generally I feel comfortable accepting my need for organization and control as being something that helps me more than hurts me, but there is a such thing as too much of a good thing, and over planning makes you miserable. It takes away the joy you'll experience from a little bit of spontaneity. Sometimes planning provides needed structure, but sometimes it takes away from the surprises life has in store for you. Know when to plan and know when to step back and let life surprise you. Let other people show up. Let yourself be a member of the audience. It's okay not to do it all the time. 4. The internet has an aversion to cringe, but you don't. Be cringe, be painfully authentic, being earnest is sexy, and don't let any of these robots convince you otherwise. 5. Opening up your home to fostering cats and kittens in need is one of the best ways to give back and show up for the animals in need in your neighborhood. I've become a more patient, capable, and loving person through surrounding myself with cats who really need my care. Some who have come to me quite sick or terrified of humans, and getting to be the person that introduces them to what love can feel like and see that progress over time is just an experience that has totally changed me as a person. Because I knew you, I have been changed for good, or something like that. 6. Get massages more often. Actually prioritize ways you can physically relax your body and release tension. It feels awesome and you deserve it. 7. Hang out in your neighborhood and support local businesses as much as possible. I live in Bushwick and have for the last 5 years, and I love this neighborhood so much. It's where I spend most of my time, and I feel like I find new reasons to fall in love with it every single week. I recently hit Syndicated for the first time, which is a small restaurant, bar, movie theater, and it was truly so wonderful. I couldn't believe I'd never made it there before. 8. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Make it easier on yourself and just take people for their word. It is better to be disappointed now than be resentful later. 9. You can just hem your jeans with scissors at home. There's like no reason why you can't do that, actually. I have no idea why no one told me that was an option. And to be honest, I kind of like the raw hem look better, so fucking get those scissors out of the drawer, bitch. Let's go. 10. Matcha is the superior morning beverage. I can't believe it took me this long to wake up to the truth. 11. Sometimes going no contact is the most compassionate thing you can do for both of you. Sometimes it is genuinely the most loving thing you can do, and you might not understand that in the moment, but in time, I promise you, that will become very clear. 12. Buy a nugget ice machine, because sometimes money can buy happiness. 13. You know what success looks like and what success doesn't look like in your eyes. In the era of AI-generated video concepts and highly optimized algorithm clickbait, you would be a fool to compare your heart-made, breath of fresh air creations to that robot nonsense. Are you proud of what you create? Yes? Then everything else is just noise. That content might be popular, but it is soulless. Thank God you are not like them. 14. Reconnecting with old friends is one of the sweetest things in the entire world. We were girls together, and now we get to be grown-ups together. And all it took was a bachelorette weekend to bring us all back together. When I said we'd be friends forever, I always meant it. Even if we drift apart, I still mean it. And I know that someday we'll drift back together. 15. A solo movie date cures a lot of things. So try that first and then come back to me and we'll check in on our feelings again then. 16. Numeric goals often serve as a punishment for the things you actually accomplish. For example, you set a goal to read 30 books, but you only end up reading 18. You'll feel discouraged for only hitting 18, when in reality, you should feel so accomplished for reading as much as you did. That's amazing. 18 is no small feat. Sometimes I think it's okay and honestly better to keep your goals broad. Read more, walk more, write more, create more. Whatever it is, don't punish yourself for not doing the most. Doing what you can is oftentimes more than enough. 17. Stop trying to massage the way you set your boundaries to be the most palatable. All you can do is be kind and honest in your delivery. How someone reacts to you vocalizing what makes you uncomfortable is not about you, it's about them. We always hope that people are able to hear our concerns and that these moments of vulnerability don't fall on deaf ears, but sometimes they do. And there's no way you could have said it more perfectly if they weren't open to hearing you in the first place. 18. Living romantically, fleeting flirting, infusing a little bit of sensuality into everything you do is the spice of life, baby. Make custom postcards, leave kiss marks on all your love notes, send them in the mail with stamps that only you would own. It's important to make life lovely, even when it's difficult. It makes you feel like you. Give yourself the gift of taking a little extra time to make things special. 19. Digitally cataloging your wardrobe is one of the best things you can do for your wallet and your creativity when it comes to getting dressed in the morning. 20. You have to let other people show up and pull their own weight. You already know you can't be everything to everyone, and you can't do everything for everyone either. You will burn out. You will feel as disappointed with their indifference to do it themselves as you would towards their inability to show up at all. Let go and let them show up. Or let their absence allow you to move on. You deserve reciprocity, so let them. 21. The idea of moving on is more abstract than anyone acts like it is. It's okay that you can't turn off your emotions, and honestly, I think it would be really weird if you could. Life is long, and nothing is black and white. You're doing great, but you already knew. 22. Make music videos with your friends again. It's why you started making videos back in 2010, and there's something about it that just immediately reignites the passion. Lock in, babe. We're re-entering your music video era. 23. There is power in learning publicly. All of the people I look up to the most aren't people who know everything or get everything right on first go, but they're people who are unafraid of being wrong and unafraid of course correcting if they are. I am struck most by people who are honest above all else, so stop spending so much time worrying about being perfect all the time. It's not human, and it's not what we like about each other. 24. Your high school self was really cool. Your college self was the real loser for being constantly embarrassed by her. I've spent this year feeling really inspired by my young self and noticing the ways in which I've slowly found my way back to her as an adult. It's funny how I feel like I'm more similar to my 14-year-old self than I am to my 22-year-old self. And I think that's really, really sweet. 25. It's scary to fall out of season with your old life, with old habits, old people, old promises, an old version of yourself. Sometimes you wake up one day and realize you're living a life that's just not in alignment with your current you. It is overwhelming to realize that your surroundings just don't match you anymore, and also you have everything that you need to change those things and do it with compassion and grace. It is your life. You can reinvent it whenever you want to. 26. Wear rings on every single goddamn finger. It is too much fun to live for the drama, and it will make you like every single outfit you put on just a tiny bit more. 27. Get off your fucking phone. There is no reason you need to look at your phone right when you wake up in the morning, you freak. It is weird. Start calling it weird. And then we get to 28. I say this every year, but it remains my most important reflection and reminder that I have to include it every goddamn time. And it's this: your sensitivity is a gift. To be able to access your emotions, to wear your heart on your sleeve, to be so unafraid of hurt because you feel so strongly that love is worth it no matter how fleeting, is your greatest strength, and one that continues to make your tender, soft life worth living. Thank God for my too much gene. Thank God for my big feelings. And thank God I've never denied myself the joy of feeling everything.
Say bye to the camera.
Bye.
I love you.
I love you. Let's do it again, Daddy.
Oh.
Again and again.